my name is Gustara Thibodeau, and I am a student at GCU in the Intercultural Communications course, and we had just read the body ritual among the Nacirema. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing how I felt while reading it, my take on it, and then also I'm going to go into the culture of Thanksgiving in America and how an outsider might take it and what it looks like today in comparison to the history of the holiday, as well as what it kind of could be perceived to by an outsider in today's culture, and what that means for America or for the holiday. So first of all, when I was reading the body ritual among the Nacirema, I was kind of disturbed. And at a glance, I was like, this is such a bizarre culture. What are they speaking of? And quickly I realized that they were talking about the American culture through a distant lens, a lens of someone who is not from our culture and someone who may believe that the way we take care of ourselves and the way we perceive health and self-preservation as something that's a ritual rather than, anything else. And there's something that stood out to me. They said the mouth right ritual and the holy mouth men, and that kind of made me laugh. And I think that they were relating that to like us taking care of our teeth and making sure that we brush in the morning and at night. And I guess, yes, we do for sure treat that as a ritual, but for our own benefit, we're taking care of our bodies. And I do believe that some cultures in the world, don't take self-care and self-preservation as a top priority. I think they embrace their natural beauty, but also they may not be as aware of the person who wrote this, may not be as aware of how it is actually helping your health to do these things. And to each their own opinion, but I thought that was pretty funny when I started putting the pieces together. As far as the ritual that I wanted to go over as far as the American culture is Thanksgiving. It's a widely spread holiday across America. From the outside looking in, Thanksgiving can appear as maybe a simple feast or a social gathering. To the American culture, and, that's to us as Americans, that's what we would perceive as our ritual of getting together and celebrating, giving thanks for, our family and where we are today. However, an outsider could also may think it is odd and a display of indulgence and a weird symbolism at the deep core and not see that the values are gratitude, family, and reflection. I do think that they may look at it and be like, what's the deal with the abundance of food? Why is there a focus on turkey? And then the coming of Black Friday sales actually kind of interfering and going into the day of Thanksgiving, sales will hit early. I think that they could also be like, why are they celebrating the fact that they're getting big sales soon? They might not actually understand the symbolism of Thanksgiving at its core due to what's happening in modern day in America when it comes to Thanksgiving and the other things that we have brought into Thanksgiving, being the progressive country that we are. They could look at it and might have some confusion looking in as to what it is that we're celebrating. I definitely do believe that capitalism and commerce has kind of taken away a little bit of the holiday, and I think that someone looking looking in could be like that, they could see from an outside perspective how much finances may be straining on the American people on Thanksgiving, and people may not be actually, an outside looking in might be like, that person doesn't look grateful and blessed and happy to have Thanksgiving with their family. They look like they're really stressed about the money they're going to have to spend on Black Friday, or the money that they don't have to spend, but they need to spend for Black Friday to then have a special Christmas kind of thing. So an outsider looking in might be like, that's a little bit of a disappointment, to think that, they think that they're sitting in gratitude, but really they're sitting in stress and anxiety because this holiday has turned into a lot of what people would say like a commercial and commerce holiday, very similar to like a Valentine's Day holiday. You know, I believe that in this event of deeper, it is deeply connected to the American culture and the values that we hold. I think that in the American people come here to build a big life and have a big career and build wealth for their families. And I think that this holiday has now become a symbol of how much money you can spend and not the gratitude of the people that are sitting around, which is unfortunate because, you know, we're going to go now into like the history and the significance of Thanksgiving. Over time, it was originally just a gathering to give thanks and a harvest and basically a gratefulness of surviving and rooted in the early pilgrimage experience. But over the years, through the holidays, it has transformed into a national celebration marked by giant meals, televised parades, football, big sales on Black Friday. So I think that we have evolved the Thanksgiving into something a little different. But I do believe that the American people do feel like they're still rooted in the thanks for Thanksgiving. But I think that an outsider looking in may feel a little differently. The shift that reflects the broader changes in American society where commerce culture has increased I think does take the center stage as if someone were to look at it. The holiday isn't just any longer like reflection and gratitude. They're more projected on commercials and opportunities and the sales that they can get. So I think that on one side, it does emphasize that America can evolve and like adapt and change, and I think that says a lot to the American culture as like we are a melting pot with different cultures. But I definitely do believe that we could stem a little too far away from what the true meaning of Thanksgiving is due to the evolving culture and our American lifestyle. I think there is a dual impact when it comes to this holiday, where it is like to evaluate Thanksgiving. It shows the American culture that we are dynamic and adaptable, like I was saying. But on the other note, and that we can become inclusive and welcoming to other cultures, like I was saying. But on the other hand, it can seem as a negative, you know, with the overlapping of sales and things like that. It could take away from the fundamentals of what Thanksgiving truly is. And that's basically my overview on everything. I think that as American people, we get caught up in the little things and what commercial and commerce kind of wants to put in our ear, and we may stray away from what the true value of Thanksgiving is sit in gratitude and be with your family and friends, and feel the blessings. So that is basically my overview and my input on the American culture and Thanksgiving, as well as the overview of the Nacirema and their depiction of our American culture as far as our health and our self-preservation and beauty culture. Well, thank you so much for listening to this video, and I hope you guys all have a great day.